Ooh. Welcome back to Living Golf. Now, two young men turned pro within days of each other last September. Both hugely talented. Both had helped Great Britain and Ireland win the Walker Cup against the Americans just days earlier in their last action as amateurs. But since then, things have turned out quite differently for the two of them. Tom Lewis, from the same golf club as Nick Faldo, named after Tom Watson. He lived up to both connections last July when he shot the lowest ever round by an amateur in the Open, playing alongside his dad's golfing idol.
I was happy just to tee off with Tom Watson and Henrik, and to shoot 65 on the first day is excellent, but there's a long way to go.
James Byrne, product of Aberdeenshire and Arizona State University. British amateur finalist in 2010. Both made the Walker Cup team last year, defeated the Americans and immediately turned pro with the same management company. The immediate aim? To win €250,000 in the handful of starts remaining that year to give them their tour cards for 2012.
It's an incredibly hard thing to do. No one should go into it expecting that Tom or James or anyone else will do it.
It's possible if I play well. If I don't, then it's not going to be possible. I'm not Tiger Woods, I'm not Rory McIlroy, but hopefully one day I can be.
Whatever the route is to getting playing rights, we'll find a way. It may be, route one, perfect. Go make your money on those 7 starts. If not, prepare and be ready for tour school as well as it can be. Maybe opportunities around the world. A lot of guys have gone and played, through the mini tours in the States, out in Asia.
Days later, both made their pro debuts. Tom on the European Tour in Austria, courtesy of a sponsor's invite. James with a Challenge Tour spot in Toulouse.
Delighted to shoot 65 as my first round as a pro. There's about 60 guys in the bar, so it just shows you how deep the fields are and how good these guys are.
It felt the same. I knew that I was the same golfer, had the same golf swing. It was just another tournament, but obviously with better players and on TV, and it meant a little bit more.
Both had good finishes, but modest winnings. Same again the following week at the Dunhill Links, although there was a professional first for James.
Hit the shot, and as soon as I hit it, my caddy said, that's all over, and it landed about 15 feet short. And like I said, we couldn't see it running up to the pin, but I just heard the massive roar from up the green. I figured it probably went in the hole, so it was pretty cool celebrating the tee with Rafa, and I looked over my shoulder, and there's Peter Hansen on the 8th tee with his hands up in the air, sort of cheering for me. So it was really cool.
Then 2 weeks later in Portugal, on only his 3rd professional start, a remarkable win for Tom. That's quicker than Tiger and Rory.
I think it was a shock to everyone. So for me, obviously, it hasn't sunk in as such. All I know is it's given me 2 years on the European Tour.
2 years guaranteed playing rights alongside the established stars of the game. Suddenly the Walker Cup teammates were in different worlds. For James, not enough winnings meant trying to get his playing card through the European Tour's Q School. Thousands scrapping for 30 places. He missed out.
Any tour school is tough because you know that you've got 12 months to sort of think about it and try again. So I probably just put a little bit too much pressure on myself.
So while Tom could relax on a beach in Mauritius as the European Tour's Rookie of the Year, James was off to Malaysia, New Zealand and Australia, building up to his final shot at top-level golf, the Asian Tour's qualifying school in Thailand.
Tom's great. It is a bit of a boost because, I've played a lot of amateur golf with him, and I couldn't really say the standard was that much different. He's obviously done great starting out, and it just gives you a little belief that I can do it as well.
After a grueling 4 rounds, he won through. So while Tom will be playing in Europe and the Middle East, for James it's Cambodia, the Philippines and India next on the schedule. Both Tom and James have made it. Both will be playing on top-level tours. It's just that for Tom, that win in Portugal has made life for now that bit smoother and more well rewarded. But he's sure James and his other amateur teammates will get there in the end.
We've all played Walker Cup in September, and that was only 4 months ago as such, and we were all in the same boat. We were all really good players. No one was better than the other person. I got very lucky and I went and won, and then obviously I've got my tour card for 2 years. But the good thing about it is because they're such good players, they'll get to where they want to get to no matter how long it takes them. They'll be fine in the long term. That's all that matters.